What up, everybody? Who all still up? Y'all gonna have to bear with me. I got to eat me a sandwich. Goddamn, got some ham and cheese going on. I just got up here to Tulsa, man. I was gonna go roll over to Dwayne Mills' place, camp out, but he got some narrow ass driveway. I might not be able to make it in there late at night, but I'll look at it tomorrow. I came down the road though, pulled over in a Walmart. Justin called me fat ass. Let me tell you something, man. I just fucking got here. I've been driving all day. I think Dwayne and them about 3 or 4 hours behind me. But this was a good trip. Hey, Justin, you called me fat ass. Let me tell you something. It's a good trip without your fat ass. Cause I didn't have to stop fucking 5 times for fucking take a shit while you sat in the goddamn shitter for an hour, crying about your belly hurting. I didn't have to stop, pull over and get fucking food. I didn't have to pull over and get fucking drinks. I didn't have to do none of that shit, man. I just got to be able to put that bitch in the window and come all the way to fucking Tulsa. I pulled over one time and get some fucking fuel. Now I'm gonna fucking get me a ham and cheese sandwich. I ain't got to stop at no restaurants and eat no fancy fucking food, none of that bullshit. I can eat some PB&Js, I'll be alright. Got me some motherfucking Doritos and a fucking Powerade and a ham and cheese motherfucking sandwich, and I'm good. Traveling with you, Justin, is like traveling with my wife. She gotta stop 47 times to take a fucking piss. But she's actually better than you. She don't cry and whine about fucking eating and having to stop every goddamn time to get something to eat. She'll hold out for a while. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to stay in this parking lot because there's about 5 or 6 other fucking rigs in this parking lot too. Hell yeah. Bust me up some Doritos at 11 o'clock at night. Really, I'm still on my time, so it's 12 o'clock back home. I just got off the phone with my wife, Melissa. She's driving home right now from the airport. Justin, your dumbass flew into Orlando, and then you got to get Slinky to come get you, knowing he's got to get up and go to work tomorrow. Dumbass. Man, how about them Powerades? Who's with me on Powerade, man? Gatorade has just went to shit. I can't even fucking drink Gatorade no more. Can anybody explain to me what happened to Gatorade? When I was a kid, I growed up on Gatorade, playing sports and all. I mean, remember the powder packs you put Gatorade in the cooler and shit? That's all we drank was Gatorade. Man, now you drink Gatorade and it just tastes like pure ass. Powerade has completely kicked the shit out of Gatorade. I love me some Powerade, man. I love the blue, the red, and the purple. I love me some good old country ham too. Mama got me some ham. We had some left over from the store because I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I'm not a picky eater. I grew up in a household where whatever my dad put on that plate, that's what you was gonna eat. That's just how it was. So I'm not a picky eater. I'll pretty much eat anything anywhere. And I'll be honest with you though, I could eat me a cold cut sandwich over anything. I'll pass up a fucking steak dinner just to eat me a fucking ham and cheese or a turkey and cheese sandwich. I ain't even lying. What'd that one say? He said, I told him. Oh, someone just said something. I thought I read something about it. I told him to slap my business name on the side of the car. I didn't get to read the rest of it. Cherry Powerade. I'll have to try it. Hell yeah. How about some motherfucking Doritos now? You know, for a while I was eating them Cool Ranch Doritos many years ago. Man, I kind of, it wore off me. I'm back to the original Doritos. Nick Swanson. Look at that last name. That's fucking close to mine. It's crazy. Nick, are you, my parents say our family is Swedish. Are you Swedish too with that last name? Nick Swanson? I got a T and an R in my name. I told him, slap my business name on the side of that car, and I'll come do the tow rig and all the work trucks. Grease polishing. What, do you live in Florida? Or you live in Zephyr Hills? Grease polishing. James Walken, was this weekend drama free? Yeah. I mean, I heard Justin kind of got a little scuffle, but he can handle his own, man. You just have to watch the show. I'm sure it's all on camera. Straight peanut butter sandwich with some sweet tea. Best lunch ever. I ain't mad about that either. But I like to get me some peanut butter with crunch. A little bit of jam in that bitch, too. I eat me a PB&J now, I ain't gonna lie. Man, for years, my wife packed my lunch. I'm a cheap motherfucker anyway, man. I ain't trying to spend all my money in them goddamn convenience stores. That's what all these kids do today. They spend $30 a fucking day in a convenience store. My wife used to pack me a sandwich every fucking day. Sandwich, a bag of chips, and fucking couple bottles of water, a drink, or whatever. I take it to lunch every day. That's what I'd eat. Go check out Butcher Stand Barbecue. I will. There's a barbecue shack right here beside me. Right here at this Walmart. I looked at it, didn't know what the name was. I'm sure Dwayne and them know, because I'm only one exit from Dwayne and them. I'm sure they'll know. Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't got to see much of Oklahoma because it's dark out. But man, y'all's roads ain't worth a broke dick. I don't know who the fuck y'all's highway DOT or highway safety is, but man, y'all's fucking roads suck ass. That motherfucker about beat my fucking teeth out coming up through here. And my truck rides soft, it rides smooth. Man, I come across Kansas there, coming out of Colorado through Kansas. Man, them roads are nice. And it was nice coming through Kansas too. Very nice out in Colorado. I'm gonna ride around a little bit while I'm out here in Oklahoma. I'm hoping that it's nice out here too. You know, coming out of fucking Idaho. The only thing I saw nice up in Idaho was when we went through Boise, and that was small. After that, we cut across some fucking desert and the mountains. We had to drop down to Vegas and that. And that's a fucking shithole. I don't know why everybody wants to go to Las Vegas, man. I don't know if it's just a walk that strip or whatever, but I don't never need to go nothing to Vegas, because as far as I'm concerned, that's a shithole. All that place is a fucking shithole out there. Then double back and coming up through Arizona and shit, man. Fucking nasty. But Colorado's nice, man. I like Colorado. Kansas, I wish I could have stopped and went around somewhere in there, but Kansas looked really good too, man. I think my wife is from, Melissa is from Kansas City, Missouri. That's where she was born and raised. Who said that? Someone said it is Swedish. Man, I can't keep up with y'all. Y'all motherfuckers asking too many questions too fast. I'm told that there's some Swedish in me, but who knows? I hear you. When y'all come to Louisiana, swing by the bar. You know, when we come to Louisiana, we're going to eat some crawfish. That goddamn Justin of mine, man, he's all about some crawfish. But I think they're out of season, because I talked to Jerry Bird and Dale Bird. I think they're out of season or something going on there, but Justin loves him some fucking crawfish. Just sent pictures of my work, man. Check it out. Love to come show the trucks some love. Yeah, I hear you, Reese, but I mean, where are you where are you out of? Are you out of, I mean, we live in Zephyr Hills. Is that where you're at or what? Oh, man. I think I'm going to go to work for Dwayne Mills this week. I'm going to be some free labor for him. I don't know what I'm going to do. I know my wife's probably flying in Wednesday. I know I got to go see Keith Haney, hang out with him a little bit. I got to do a few things to the trailer tomorrow. Help about an hour away race. All right, I'll get with Justin Reese's. I'll get with Justin. He said he's in Orlando. Oh, who? Justin? Yeah, Justin just flew into Orlando. Man. I'm sitting here listening to this fucking truck right here. Idling. Big old motor. I just put one of them APAC units on the side of my truck. One of them little motors for the AC and shit. So much better, man. You ain't got that big old goddamn diesel motor sitting there idling all night long. That big engine costs a lot of money, man. And it fucks up my DPF filter. I guess from it idling, it's not good. It don't burn the soot off. And it clogs up the fucking DPF filter. Reese. Okay. Yeah, okay. Reese is from Orlando. Alright, I got it. I put that little, I don't know what it's called. Thermo King makes it like an AP unit, but it's got a little deal on it, man. You fire it up and fucking AC's running, keeps your batteries charging the rig and shit. It's pretty cool. Man, I think I need to reach out to Murder Nova, Sean, or Dave Comstock, or Justin Shear, Chief, any of these OKC boys, because I'm in Oklahoma, so I'm thinking I might want to fucking drop the door and let Prenup out and make a lick down the fucking street somewhere. Just go ahead and walk the throttle a couple times. Whop, whop! I'm going to tell you right now, man. I already sent Justin a text. I sent him the air. Showed him what the DA was over here. What the barometer was. I told him, get ready. We're going to rip it this fucking coming weekend. We ain't going to be down that motherfucking 500-600 horsepower no more. Old Pat Moosey better do some rock aisles. He going to need it come this weekend. Yeah, it does, Nick. You're right. I deliver auto RP parts, including AC units. Mine are shipping. We have Orlando location. We can get you slicks and any Lexus parts. Hell yeah. Send Tyler Madden. Send a message to Justin. Let him know. Oh, man. What's to do out here in Oklahoma, guys? Anybody here from Oklahoma? Man, you run that motor a long time and went the numbers. I hear you, man. The good thing is, though, we went 8 rounds with that thing, and the blower didn't touch down, so maybe we're past that stuff, man. We can keep that blower hanging in there and keep the parts from falling off that raggedy bitch. We might be able to win some rounds. I'm going to see what Big Dwayne got for me tomorrow. Maybe he got a bulldozer or a backhoe or a motor grader. Maybe I can go build some roads. Or if he ain't got nothing for me to do, though, I ain't going to fuck with him then. I got to find something to do. I know he said something about he had to go ride 5 or 6 hours to get a fucking trailer. I'm thinking to myself, yeah, that ain't my program, motherfucker. You got to ride to go get you a trailer 5 or 6 hours. You ain't riding me, bitch. I ain't doing that. That's funny. Oh, man. Too bad my wife had to go home. She had to go home and do payroll. She does all of our accounts receivables, but it'd be cool if she was out hanging out here with me right now, even though I'm just in the fucking Walmart parking lot. But it don't matter to me. I could pitch a cot up in a fucking tent anywhere. I don't got to stay in no goddamn motel. I ain't got to be in no 5-star motel and have no 5-star dinners. Man, I get me 2 slabs of fucking bread and throw some meat on that bitch and go to town. I'm good. As long as I can wash the crack of my ass, throw me some deodorant on it, man, I'm happy. Zach Key said you was the man in the grudge game with the Musi power. I don't know about the man, but we did run pretty good, man. We won a lot of money. There was a lot of guys out there that ran good in that grudge game. They still do, man. I mean, the grudge game has stepped up, and they've gotten so fast. Jesse, why don't you drive? I don't have no desire to drive anymore. Them cars too fast for me, man. Honestly, that's a younger man's deal there. Them older guys that are driving them cars, I don't know if they're just trying to prove a point or what, but I really think them cars are so fast, man. That's a younger guy's deal, man, to be on the edge with those cars like they are. But I ain't mad at the older guys either. They just ain't fucking got smart enough. Oh boy, just shut that old raggedy ass loud motherfucker off. I mean, it's only 50 fucking degrees over here. What the fuck's he got the bitch running for? Damn sure can't be running the AC in that motherfucker. But, yeah, man, I mean, those cars are on the ragged edge, man. They're on a rail running down through there doing all kinds of crazy shit, man. Ain't no place for an older guy to be up in that motherfucker making bad decisions. That's kind of like a younger guy's deal there. I'm from Dallas, about 30 minutes from Ennis. I got you. Well, 2 weeks we'll be out there to Ennis. I think that's where Texas Motorplex is. You prefer the new motor technology, or do you miss the old day of 383 full, bro? You know, I don't know, man. Fuck, I used to run motors, have points and distributors in them, but, you know, the new stuff, man, just, the technology is so far, man. If you really take the time to understand it, you can really make, you know, a lot of power, and that's why these cars are so fast, because the technology is so much, it's so big right now. Fun days was at Lakeland Quick 16. You know it, Robert Manning. I cut my teeth in Lakeland, man, running that Quick 16. That was the best part about it, because it was bracket racing, but it was on a 400 Pro tree. We never ran on a 500 tree, and that's kind of where I learned how to run on a Pro tree, was dialing in and bracket racing on a Pro tree, and then after that I went running heads-up racing. But yes, without a doubt, Robert, Lakeland is definitely, I cut my teeth there. I made many passes down that track. A lot of people in Florida did. Kenny Johnson, I agree. I have just as much fun watching my boys drive. Absolutely, man. You know, that's kind of a father thing, man. Some guys get it and some guys don't. But, you know, us guys, man, we've had our time. And at least that's how I feel about it. I've had my time, man. I've did what I did. I don't really have no wants in life. All I want to do is see my oldest son and my youngest son. I want to see them succeed. I want to see them work hard. I want to see them grind. I want to see when times get tough on them, what they do to pull up out of that, you know. So for me, I don't need no glory, man, at all. I mean, nothing. I really don't. I'd rather see my sons get all the glory in the world. That to me makes me feel that I've been successful. So yeah, I do what I do every day for my wife and my 2 kids. As far as me, man, I'm a pretty simple person. Honestly, I don't really have no wants in life. You know, I used to bitch at my old lady, tell her that, you know, she never gives me no money, the company don't pay me a paycheck, and now she pays me $1,000 a week, which is cool. I get it, man. You know, now I get $1,000 a week, but man, fucking checks will lay over here. There'll be 5, 6, 7 weeks of checks over here, and I don't even fucking cash them, man. Yeah, just one of them things, man. Honestly, I just don't have no wants in life. I don't. maybe win the lotto and pay all my fucking bills off and not have to work no more. Maybe that's about the only one I got. But other than that, as long as my wife's healthy and my 2 boys are healthy, I don't really got no wants in life, man. I just go do what I do, work every day, and we work and just try to live life to the fullest and fucking do our thing. Bubba Stanton racing Stevie Jackson Ennis tomorrow. Yeah, I know, man. I was gonna fucking just drive straight to Ennis, Texas to watch that, but then Justin wanted to go home, and I said, fuck it. I know me and Justin, I think we have $2,500, maybe $2,000 or $2,500 locked in. We put money on Bubba Stanton's car. I got one guy, Justin got another guy. Just doing a little gambling on the side. That should be a really good race, man. We'll find out. But yeah, I think they're running for like 25 grand or something. I'm sure that pot will get up higher than that though. That's just a lock-in amount. So I'm sure there's a lot of people on both sides of those camps. So, you know, I know a lot of people, a couple of them guys that run in Stevie's camp, Phil Schuler and Robbie Lowry. Those guys will bet some big money. Bell, he bets with those guys. So I'm sure they got a big pot over there. I don't know how many people are betting with Bubba. I'm sure Bubba's got people, but that thing could easily get 50 grand, no problem. 50 grand aside. I think my airbag's leaking now. John Grid, you are a rad dude. I don't know what rad means for sure. Much respect from the MPB crew. Yeah, man. I got y'all's fucking shirt on. The bitch is dirty today, though. I had to do some work. Appreciate y'all, man. Y'all them little fucking surfer dudes out of California. Y'all's cool people, though, man. Y'all was getting ripped up at the track, but I enjoyed y'all. What is the most you've ever bet on a race? Well, seems how we don't really grudge no more. Most of that stuff you kind of keep disclosed, but me and Justin, personally ourselves, and really, we never really let nobody in our pots because we would cover our own bets. I want to say like 36,000 aside, so like a $72,000 pot, something like that. Yeah, that sounds about right. So we have one of those. We had another one for like 29,000 aside. Couple for 20 grand aside. I mean, all the grudge racing we did, we won all the big pots. We have lost, and don't get me wrong, we lost 10 grand here, 5 grand there. We never lost a big pot though. Every one big pots, we won every one of them. That's how we kept upgrading parts. We win them big parts. We call it OPM, other people's money. We'd buy bigger motors, bigger parts, better cars. We kept upgrading. Really, the grudge game kind of got us where we're at, to where we could keep getting better parts. We was class racing and going broke. You can win a check over there and you're lucky to get 5 grand. Grudge game, there's some money to be made in the grudge game. Ain't no doubt about it. You play your cards right. I think y'all had an 80K pot in Macon one time. No, not in Macon, man. Jerome, we never had a pot that big, but we ran for probably about 40 grand over there in Macon, like 20 grand aside, something like that. The big pots up we ran for a pretty big pot over in Shadyside. We ran for some big pots in Darlington, and I would always race at Darlington because the track is so good. Jimmy Bradshaw was prepping there at that time. Right now, Rhett Gardner preps it. I mean, that track's just phenomenal. So yeah, we run for some big pots over. You gotta be careful some of the tracks you go to. If you're gonna run for a big pot, man, you gotta make sure whoever's prepping that track knows what the fuck they're doing. Because one thing about grudge racing, one shot, one kill. Simple as that. You're either gonna leave there happy or with a sore fucking ass, one or the other. Kevin, I don't know, man. I don't know if we even have time to do the street stuff, to be honest with you. I mean, we have a company we run, has about 14 or 15 employees. Of course, Justin does his own thing now, but he helps me out whenever I need help. And I'm full-time working. Tyler, he's taking on a big load. I honestly don't know if we really have the time. Like, I can't go out west and stay out there for 3 months at a time and street race and all that shit, man. I got a business to run, so that when I do come back home, I still got a life to live, you know? So I don't know. I don't know what Justin will do. He probably have to hire him some hands or whatever he does that. Chris Weaver, what do you think? Oh, fuck, I just lost it. Every time I touch it, why does it move so much? I was going to read something about Chris Weaver said something about, what do you think about Daddy Dave? And then I lost it. It's fucking, y'all's questions like just fly by or some shit. I don't know. I don't ever do the whole answer the question on live. Usually I just fucking say what I got to say and dip out. Yes. Have you figured out why you guys are using so many blowers? Hell no. I wish I knew. What do you guys think about Daddy Dave's car? He built a car. Daddy Dave's car looked really good this weekend. It really did. It made good licks too. It looked good going down the track. The car, you know, he rebuilt the car. It looks flawless, man. The car looks really nice. And he made good licks this weekend too. So I think he'll be right in there. You know, he'll probably in Oklahoma here. He'll probably be fast. He'll be one of the guys to beat for sure. Figure out why the blower keeps touching down. No. Mike's car. Noah Tharp, Mike's car. I don't even talking about Mike Starvino's car. I think, you know, he sold that 484 out of there. I think he's building a new motor and another car. I'm not really sure what Starvino's doing. He's so busy at work down south right now. I don't think he's really focusing on racing. Or if you're talking about Mike Waker's car, he's still working on that one. There's Ryan tearing up blowers. He's tore up some blowers, but not as many as us. Ryan's getting us special blowers. We ain't getting that shit. We're just like redheaded stepchild. The one we got in the car now is 8 runs. I think they sent Ryan's blower back to us on accident. Is anybody else going through blowers? Yeah, there's other guys going through blowers too. Yep. Ever race here in St. Louis? No. Kevin Stevenson, no. I've never raced over there in St. Louis. Lance Howard, what's up, buddy? You still got the wrecked Camaro? No. Justin sold all that shit. Justin's a hustler, man. He's like me. He doesn't really get too attached to anything. He'll wheel and deal shit. He'll flip it. If he can make a buck off it, he'll dump it and he'll do something else. I mean, I've taught him that, and he's pretty good at it too. What do you and your son do for a living? Well, Justin just does his full-time YouTube now, social media. I do construction work, and that's all I've ever done. I'm too fucking stupid to do anything else. So I'm born and raised in construction. I've done it my whole life, and that's all I know. What's your opinion on Justin buying the Elko? That's bad for me to answer that. I think that's a waste of fucking money, but I can't tell the boy what to do with his money. Which motor you like better, the Big Musi or the Pro Charger? I mean, honestly, I like the big nitrous motors. Tony, I like those big 959s. There's just something about hearing them things beller. Something about when you hear them, when you lean on them motherfuckers and you hear them things hunker down. The boosted motors, they're cool, but man, they're just so fucking loud. They're wound tight. I don't know, man. I like the nitrous motors, always have. How do you think you'll do in Braden in Texas? Someone just said that. I think someone said, how do you think you'll do in Braden in Texas? I don't know how I'm going to do in Braden, Texas. I hope I do good. Man, I don't know why the comments stay, fucking thing scrolls all over. Sean Burton says they snuck and sold it. I don't know what the fuck that means, Sean. Sean's one of our old time pit crew guys on here. Sean Burton. Whenever we was doing the grudge days, he always helped us. Someone said, what happened to Mama's caddy? Every time I touch this thing, the scrolling goes crazy. I sold that motherfucker. She wasn't, honestly, I think the car was a little too much for her. And that car was pretty fast, man. I mean, that car run the 8th mile. It run like 580s, you know, in the 8th mile. It was pretty fast, man. Even though it was all street car, I think it was fucking fast. She went like 650s in it in the 8th, but it was just more than what she could really handle. She never drag raced. She'd been around her whole life, but she never had to really do it. And I was getting on her ass, and I had her all flustered, and, you know, I don't know, man. But then it sat for a while, and then we've been running the MBK. I just fucking sold the motherfucker. I sold it and made money off it, and Mama kept it. I made 12 grand off the car, and Mama kept all the money. I didn't get shit. She said that's her car, her money. Yeah, Eric, this will be our first time here at Tulsa. Yep. Do you still have your C10? Actually, Kyle, I do. I just got it back, man. The painter dude's had it for like a fucking year. You know them fucking painter guys are, but yeah, he's got to do a few things, man. It's actually sitting in my pole barn right now, and when I get home, it should be all done. Sean Burton, the caddy. Yeah, we got rid of that thing. Will you get her anything else? No, hell no. I'm never buying Melissa a race car again. Fuck no. She got her Cadillac. She rides around that SUV. That's about all she's getting. Yeah, it was definitely, we could have made some money with that car, Sean. There ain't no doubt about it. But I would have had to drive, or Justin would have drive. Mama, she was light, but man, it just wasn't her style, man. You know what I mean? There's no point in forcing that on her, because something bad would have probably happened. I mean, I could tell she was nervous. She was scared of that car, man. So there was no point in her being in that car. That shit ain't for everybody, though, man. Ain't no big deal. I mean, I wasn't upset about it. It's just it ain't for everybody. The stinky pinky bathroom story was hilarious. I feel you. Yeah, that was some fucked up shit. I ain't gonna lie. It was stinky. I don't know how you come up with all that, but that was a bad deal. Y'all should have loaded the car up with pre-nut and took it to the races and let her drive it daily. Driver class. Yeah, but problem is, man, she wasn't comfortable in that car, man. I knew she wasn't comfortable either, man. She only made about 7 or 8 passes in it, but I could just tell, man, it wasn't her thing. Especially when we kind of got busy, or we weren't really busy, but the car sat at the shop for about a month and a half, and she never mentioned that motherfucker not one time, and that's when I knew that she didn't need to be driving that car, so I just got rid of it. Is you coming back grudge racing? Probably not, man, Chad. At the end, here's what happens with a grudge race. When you run so fast, man, you end up having to give up every fucking thing to get a race, man. You kind of, once you go through the program, it kind of, you wear your welcome out. Like, we could show up with a goddamn fucking Volkswagen, slow as fuck, and we're going to have to spot somebody something. That's just how it is, man. So, yeah, no, our grudge days are over. Now, we'll still grudge for a check. You know, whoever we run, like even in this MBK, Justin, he raced, some of these guys will race for some money, and he runs them, you know. So, yeah, we absolutely will race. Why don't Tyler race, Matthew? I don't know, man. Tyler, he got his license and everything. He just didn't like it, man. It's a lot of work. He wasn't going to put in that kind of work that Justin does. I mean, Justin will work on his car until he's about fucking half dead, you know, asleep. I mean, he'll do what he's got to do to get it ready. Tyler wasn't going to put in that work. So I never forced it on him, man. He just didn't like it. I sent him to driving school. He got his top sportsman license, NHRA license, that, but he didn't like it. That's why Tyler don't race. Tyler's got a side-by-side. He's got his own fifth-wheel camper, like a 45-foot fifth-wheel camper he pulls behind. You know, he calls it the stabbing cabin. Tyler's too busy chasing pussy to race. I'm not going to lie to you. That dude's got... I mean, Justin used to have a lot of fucking trim running through there, but I don't think he got shit on his little brother around. Little brother got it fucking going on. That motherfucker got trim running all over the place. I'm talking about... He calls the camper back there the stabbing cabin. Neither one of them got girlfriends. They said they ain't got time for girlfriends, so I don't know, man. Justin never had a girlfriend, not that I know of. I mean, he's had a lot of girls, don't get me wrong. He's had a lot of girls that liked him too. A lot of girls that wanted to like be boyfriend, girlfriend, but he never want to get strapped down. I mean, anytime any girl tries to get serious, he kind of just pushes them away. He said he's got too much going on with his race car, man. He said girls are drama. He can't handle all that. So, no. Justin never had a girlfriend. Tyler's only had one. And they were together for, I don't know, about 10 months a year. But after that, I mean, Tyler's buck wild now, man. I don't know, man. I don't get in neither one of them boys' love lives. I mean, they got all that Snapchat and all them fucking dirty photos going on, but I don't look at none of that shit, man. I don't fuck with my kids' love life. Now, my old lady, she fucking talk to them about it all the time, but me and my boys don't talk about none of that shit. I'm dad and they're my sons, so whatever they do in their personal life, and as long as they ain't getting nobody pregnant or whatever and being careful, but I don't want to know nothing about that shit. They ain't got nothing to do with me. Big Daddy Brian needs his own show. He is the best caddy. Brian's a cool dude, man. It's a lot of 5-inch motor. Yeah, I know it, but the problem is we come out with a gangster fucking 5-inch, it'll be like anything else. I mean, hell, look at Mike Starvino's. That dude had a legit 632 484, and his car was heavy, and that thing was at the top of the field, bro. And I was tuning it. Mike couldn't even get no fucking race with that thing. That's part of the reason why he parted that motherfucker out too. I mean, motherfuckers with 5-inch motors were asking for a spot from a fucking 632-inch motor. That's kind of what grudge racing's come to, man. You go fast, you get penalized. Where's Justin at sleep? Nah, Justin went home, Nick. He flew home. He's got to possibly work tomorrow, help Tyler. I went ahead and came out here to Tulsa. So Justin, you know, if he might have to help Tyler tomorrow, so he flew home. It's a passion. You can tell Justin is passionate about racing. This shit is his life right now. I'll be honest with you, and it is too. Drag racing was a passion of mine too, man. I've drag raced my whole life. Since me and my wife been together since I was 20 years old, and I had a car before her. And I told her I'd have a car after her too, so my car was always there to race. But I worked many hours, worked hard to make sure I got my bills paid, and then whatever extra money I had to spend on my race car. But I can attest that how much money is it you think it is take for Daddy Brian to cut his beard? You know, not enough money in the world. Brian will never cut his beard off. You know, I spent every dime, every extra money I had on a race car, but I can attest that I think the race car kept me out of a lot of trouble. You know, I grew up around a lot of people, some bad people, and because I had a race car, man, I just felt like I never went down the wrong road. I mean, I can honestly say, and anybody that knows me, I've never done a drug in my entire life, ever, nothing. When I say zero, I mean fucking zero. I've never smoked a cigarette. I've never smoked a cigar. About the only thing I've done is drank moonshine, drank liquor, drank beer, and chewed tobacco. So that's been my own, and I've never been addicted to any of that. So I drink very little. My buddies want to drink a beer, I'll drink a beer. Hell, I'll drink fucking 10 or 12. You never see a beer in my house or in my refrigerator. I'm just a social drinker. I go out to dinner. I like to have me a big fat draft beer, big tall draft, you know, Mick Ultra or something like that, 22 ounce or 24 ounce. But you know, I never had an addiction to anything. About the only addiction I ever had is basically just drag racing, man. So I feel like drag racing kept me down the right road, though. Kept me broke, and it kept me going to the races. So I never really had a chance to go get myself in trouble. You know, good thing is Justin and Tyler. You know, Justin's been hooked on drag racing. Tyler hasn't, but neither one of them got really no bad habits either. Tyler got him a little side by side. He goes out and does that mud bogging shit, and he'll go take his camper and camp out, and they go do all that trail riding shit, and that's what he likes, man. So I don't fuck with him about it, man. Whatever makes him happy. He works hard every day. He works every day for our company, and he runs those guys. I mean, I ain't mad at it. You know, both them boys played football all through their PAL league and high school and junior high. You know, they both graduated from school. They both been productive citizens. They both work every day. They ain't never give us no problem. Never been in trouble with the law. So I ain't mad about it. They could be a lot worse. Hey BC, y'all ever do something with the Camaro you bought? And yeah, we sold that motherfucker. It was too heavy. That's one thing about it. We don't hold shit forever. We will get rid of some shit. Whatever we got to do to keep moving up, that's what we'll do. You see a bunch of rule changes? I don't think so. No, I don't see a bunch of rule changes coming in MPK. I mean, every combo's one. They're all pretty tight, man. They're all competitive. I don't see no changes. I'm right there with you. I'm 49. All right, guys. I tried to answer as much of this shit as I can, man. I'm gonna get me another drink here. I'm fixing to go get me a shower and take my ass to bed. So that's it. I'm in Tulsa. Y'all need to ring up Dave, Sean, and fucking Big Chief. I might have to unload prenup and fucking make me a rip down one of these streets. Probably not. See you.